What's going on, YouTube? I thought I'll take a little time and make a video about why I believe silver is a great investment and why I see it as a preserver of wealth. Um, it was a while ago that I started to think about prices and how I've seen prices go up in my lifetime and where they're going from here. And I started to get into some silver videos on YouTube and read some Ron Paul. I started to get introduced to Ron Paul, and between the silver people, Mike Maloney and a few others on YouTube, and then some Ron Paul, I started to look into silver. And when I started to think about it in greater length, it was like, for $30 an ounce, I couldn't produce an ounce of silver. If you gave me all day, and some tools, there's just no way that I could go out and come up with an ounce of silver. Even, you give me $1,000, I probably couldn't come up with an ounce of silver. So that got me to thinking. I mean, granted, a lot of these companies have, huge equipment and resources and capital behind them. But, from a really basic standpoint, like, I could go out and produce a pizza. I could give you 4 pizzas for $30. Or, I could grow tomatoes and lettuce and cucumbers and sell that for $30. And, I could produce those kind of things. Even, simple woodworking, like I could go out and, uh, acquire the wood and make some simple things and sell those for the $30. But silver, I just don't see that it's possible. So that got me to thinking it's really undervalued. I mean, you've got people, pretty much slave labor down in these mines mining it, or big open pit mines with huge machinery. That machinery is really expensive. It's using a lot of fuel. Then some of the processes that they use are really environmentally hazardous. I saw they're using mercury and, mercury leaching. Then they have to refine it, they have to mint it, they have to ship it. So with all that's involved, I really think silver is hugely undervalued. And, with the small amount of people that are interested in it, like, I never heard anyone mention silver or, was interested in silver at all. Even the old coinage, I mean, I found out that pre-65 coins were made out of silver. Then I started thinking about how things used to be less expensive. And I was thinking, well, is it that things are harder to produce now? I mean, is a cup of coffee really much different than it was 50 years ago? Or is it that the money's worth less? And then I started thinking about money and getting interested in money. And it was a matter of, the money on a credit card or in your bank account or even the money in your pocket. It's like they just create that. And especially the stuff on your computer or in your bank account, it's like, just digits, digital numbers and floating through cyberspace. Whereas silver is actually, an element. It's actually a thing that they have to produce out of the ground, and just seems much more tangible and also limited in supply. So these people at the top can create $1 trillion, but they can't create 1 trillion ounces of silver, which leads me to believe that eventually that money will start to seek out the real resources, be it food, water, land, and those things are going to be the things of true value. If you've got an unlimited supply of money that's chasing those same goods, the prices of those things are going to just have to go up. And silver is a compact form of, those tangible resources. So I really think it's a great investment. And then if you go throughout history, you always hear about silver and gold. That's what people are always after. That's what's always been money, or always been desirable. So I think the day that will come where that's what's desirable again. And, there's only so much silver, and there's only so many places that they can acquire it, and they can only get so much at a time. So eventually, when those dollars start chasing the resources, I really think silver is going to not only preserve wealth and purchasing power, but it's going to go up in value. And, proportionally, I think you'll be able to purchase more with your silver in the future than what you could today. And I just got a trivium round, and I started looking into trivium and, what the trivium means. And it was an education. It was Latin, the basic education in Latin. I thought that was really interesting. It's a beautiful round. I don't know if you can see it here. And then the other side's the silver bullet, silver shield, and it's really high relief. I think it's a beautiful round. And really happy that I got it, because the money that I spent on that, is the same money that would have gone to go to the movies for the night. And in the long term, I think that is going to be a lot more valuable than having seen a movie. So those are just a few of the reasons that I believe in silver. And I'd like to hear your comment, your feedback, subscribe, like, whatever. And thanks for watching.